When you enter the Great Hall at the museum, several monumental artifacts stand out from a mass of objects and exhibits. Among them are two large allegorical paintings, Great Figures of Poland's Past and Future Poland by Jan Henryk de Rosen. Perfect examples of the greatness of Polish art, proudly displayed at the Polish Pavilion during the 1939 New York World's Fair. These two paintings flank the stage proscenium arch. Their dominating colors, tones of red, dark blues, gray, black, and white, are complemented by the gold leaf hues that are giving the paintings the aura of richness and historical importance. As Mary Flanagan wrote in her book With Paintbrush and Sword, The Life and Works of Jan Henryk de Rosen, when given this commission, painter was asked to portray Poland as a democratic country, the first one in Europe whose King's Council had parliamentary privileges, even before the introduction of parliamentary rule in England. And Poland has always remained democratic in spirit. I believe the artist fulfilled the wish of the commissioners very well. The Great Figures of Poland's Past features from the left standing figure of St. John Canisius, professor of the Jagiellonian University, representing Polish Enlightenment. The sitting figure on the left is Zbigniew Oleśnicki, high-ranking Roman Catholic clergyman and influential Polish statesman. He served as Bishop of Kraków from 1423 until his death in 1455. On the right, there's Queen Jadwiga, sitting on a throne, being presented a Polish knight killed in a battle and carried by a nobleman and peasant, all of them representing the golden past and freedom of Poland, so bravely fought for. A picture of a Blessed Mother of Częstochowa appears on the banner above the fallen knight. In Future Poland, we can see on the far right an athletic figure pulling back a curtain, unveiling Poland's future. Next to him, central figure is depicted with body en face but face turned to the right. It is a blonde soldier with a Slavic look, but dressed and equipped rather like a Roman gladiator. He is holding a flaming torch in his right hand, while his left hand is resting on a large shield with a sword. The gold shield is decorated with a figurative scene and Polish eagle. Soldier's leg armor is decorated with a head of a lion at the kneecap. Next to the soldier, there is an airman with a serious, somber face. He is sitting on a concrete ledge, one hand resting on a large map he's holding in his lap. The map is signed Polska. The other arm is stretched out with hand resting on two books. Flanagan interprets these figures of an athlete or worker, soldier and airman as representation of Poland's national spirit. There are also fates pictures on the left, foretelling tragic scenes, but beyond them there are several bright stars symbolizing hopeful future. Rosen had no problems with the vision for the historical subject matter in Great Figures of Poland's Past, but agonized over the painting Future Poland. With the political uneasy atmosphere, he felt that there was a catastrophe coming. That is why he placed three fates from Greek mythology in the corner of the painting. One covered her face with a theatrical mask with neutral, unreadable expression. The other one holding and looking at a thread of life, which is mysteriously illuminating her face. This fate's dress has her name, Lachesis, shown at the hem. The third fate, in the back, is wearing a colorful headdress or crown and is cradling something in her arms. Perhaps it could be a bundled baby, although we cannot see its face. Rosen's uncertainty during creation of this painting was in a way prophetic. On September 1st, 1939, Germany invaded Poland, and Rosen, who was in the US at that time, never returned to his native country. He settled in America. His murals and mosaic works on religious subjects can be found in Washington, D.C., St. Louis, San Francisco, and many other American cities. Rosen came to our museum with his paintings to overlook their installation and even touch them up. There is an evidence of it, a piece of cardboard with blue paint hues and the paintbrush he used. It is important to mention that Jan Henryk de Rosen also designed the official poster for the Polish pavilion. We have several copies of the poster in our collection. Jan Henryk de Rosen was born in the Russian-occupied Warsaw, Poland, in 1891, in a Polish Jewish family that converted to Catholic faith. His father was a historical painter who worked at the court of the last Tsars of Russia. De Rosen grew up in France and attended universities of Paris and Lausanne, Switzerland. He was a true citizen of the world. During World War I, he joined the French army, then the Polish Blue Army. When the war ended, he became a diplomat for Poland and was a translator during the peace negotiations at Versailles. Since 1921, Rosen studied painting in Warsaw and started exhibiting his works. He used to say, "I did not want to be a painter, but I could not help myself." The profession chose him, it seems, and he enjoyed a great success as a painter, starting with his first exhibitions, where all works were sold out immediately. He specialized in large-scale paintings and created murals for the Lwów Armenian Cathedral, Kallenberg's Chapel of St. Joseph near Vienna, and the papal residence Castel Gandolfo. Jan Henryk came to the United States in 1939 to paint murals at the Polish embassy in Washington, and also our paintings for the Polish pavilion at the World's Fair. The outbreak of World War II prompted de Rosen to stay in the US. He served as a military and intelligence aide in the Polish embassy. He later became a professor of church art at the Catholic University and continued painting religious and other works of art. De Rosen used to say about his subject matter, "Religious art requires a lot of knowledge. The trouble is, today people do not have the slightest understanding of the tradition and meaning. Painting is about the same process as writing. It requires great concentration and discipline." He also said, "I paint my murals with wax colors dissolved in water. They do not fade, but like most of us, mellow with time. Do not take our word for it. Please visit us and admire these beautiful mellowed colors in person."